et chers téléspectateurs Média 24, nous sommes de retour. J'ai avec moi cette fois-ci sur le plateau un invité spécial qui représente une start-up américaine, une start-up dénommée Javolin, qui est spécialisée dans la fintech. Mr. Carl Powell, you're founder and CEO of Javolin Group. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for honoring our. You have a good, very, very good French. Thank you first for honoring our invitation. It's such a pleasure to have you. Let's talk business and let's talk startups. Your startup is based in the US, Atlanta.
Yes,
right?
Atlanta, very good.
Yes. What is the story behind Javolin Group?
You know, I spent many years traveling between the US and the continent of Africa, trying to figure out the best way that I could connect the continent more efficiently. And so I set about a path of creating Javolin, which is a fintech company, focused really in the payment space, because I noticed that a lot of payments were going into the continent, some of them going very inefficiently. There were issues with foreign exchange. And then even when the currencies were in market, there was very inefficient delivery of one currency from one person to the other. And so I thought it would be helpful to bring the continents closer. And so Javolin was created. And the whole idea of Javolin is because, you know, a spear in the track aspect is very efficient, it's very straight, and it always hits its target. And so that was our idea in terms of being very accurate, efficient, and on point with delivery of digital capital.
Back at 2021.
2021.
3 years of existence.
Really more like 2, because we launched at the end of 2021.
Okay.
So 2022 was our first real operating year. And so we're headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. You hit that on the head. But we also have offices in Accra, Ghana, and moving to Senegal. And we're also looking to obviously enjoy this beautiful place and hopefully have an office here soon too.
Talking about this very beautiful place, you know, United States, Morocco, Africa, there's the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes.
That's some distance.
That is.
What brought you here today in Gitex 2024?
Well, this conference has already a great history and reputation, if you will, and this is actually the very first time that we attended. And so first it was the reputation.
How is it going for you? How did this experience went for you?
Oh, it's great. We literally decided at the very last minute, because I'd been on travel for a while, trying to make sure that I can actually we could come. And it's the best decision that we made over the last 4 days or so. And so even landing in the airport to the efficiency of arriving at the hotel and then obviously come here is so well attended. All the folks that you would normally have to go to many different countries to meet, you can actually meet with, connect here. And the subject matter content has been great too. From cybersecurity to AI to payments to healthcare, everything that you really want to talk tech, if you will, and the impact of the Gulf and in Africa, you will be found here, which has been very, very helpful.
So this is an event that you will definitely recommend back in the U.S.?
Oh, 100%, 100%. We are already looking actually not only this location, but the one that's in Dubai, and trying to put it all on our calendar. Okay. So this has been very, very helpful. And I would say the one thing that is missing is more American companies like me. So I cannot wait to be the
we count on you to bring more Americans.
You
here.
have a strong advocate right now going back across the waters. The country is great. The conference is great. Been a great host. Everybody's extremely nice. You know, I've been impressed in different countries on the continent in terms of just the hospitality, but I would say Morocco is at the top of the game. Everyone has been just so great. From the taxi drivers to the hosts to everyone's been great.
That's nice to hear.
Even yourselves, you guys have been so great.
That's really nice to hear. You in the US, the United States, you have lots of events like these. Like, what makes Gitex Africa, Morocco maybe special and worth the experience?
Yeah, I think it always starts with the content. You know, if you're a busy professional, whether you're running a large company or a startup, your time is your money most times. And so if you're going to come to a conference, you want to make sure they have good content that you can either learn from or network around. And so that's the first thing. The content here and the companies that are involved was very, very, very significant. That's number one. Number two is the venue. The venue really matters a lot. So this venue was laid out, you know, even though you have a lot of companies in here, The flow, directions is pretty easy to get to. From the very first day that we got our map, we know exactly what the stages were. So that information makes it very helpful while you're here to be efficient. And then the city. The city was great. Marrakesh is just a wonderful city for food.
Despite the weather.
Despite the, well, yes. You know, 85, 90 degrees U.S., you know, now is what we get in the summertime. And so we are coming from the cool side right now. So this warm weather for us is great, even though I think it's a little hot for you. And so I think the content, the venue, the city, and then as you combine it with the hospitality of all the folks, it just makes for a good week.
That's great. Yeah. Are you willing, as Javolin Group, nowadays, now that you visited Gitex, are you willing to collaborate with Moroccan clients or Moroccan companies? Is it something that you see yourself doing after meeting up with Moroccan companies?
Yeah. You know, coming here, I would say I was probably 50-50. Leaving here with 100%. Yeah, we've even had our first conversation with the Banque de Central, the central bank, around what we need to be an official licensed, organized company here in Morocco. And so one of the very first teams meetings that we look forward to having mid next week is with the contacts that we made there. Even though it's a long flight, it's a great destination when we get here. And what we typically do is stand up a team of people, young Moroccans, to try to help us build a presence. You know, we like to lead from the U.S., but actually have our team that's here that's actually working and doing the work. We want to pass on that level of expertise. So we love it. It's been great. Yeah.
Last question, Mr. Carl. I would love it if you give our audience, especially the young people out there looking at us, some advices. I told you earlier, what I like about Americans is that they're bold, they're risk takers, which are things that we're not really used to here in Africa. We're more like shy, we don't like to take risks, we are afraid to take initiatives, and we are afraid to launch projects, despite the fact that we may have one of the most brilliant young people and brains who are willing, and if they just take that step, they're going to create something great. What is it that you can say to these people?
You know, I think it's significant to know that you can't be afraid of failure. That's the first thing, right? Whether you're a startup or you are a large corporation or just an individual, there's going to be some failure and hurdles that you may incur. That does not mean that you cannot be a very significant entrepreneur. Americans tend not to be as afraid of failure, right? We just think it as part of the road to ultimate success, as part of the process. And I think particularly in Morocco, where you have such a strong spiritual culture, right? You know, Allah will always lead you and lead you to the way, and 100%. So if you believe that every day, you know, and believe that whether there are obstacles or challenges or whatever, that's just part of the journey, then you can step out and be more bold about where you want to go. I mean, that's what I personally believe, and that's what I think that the culture of Morocco is just ripe for. Network is also very important too. You know, network with intention is what I like to say. You know, some people have groups of friends and they're social friends, and they may have 100 social friends. But when they're networking for business, they may have 5. So I think you have to be also very aggressive with your networking for intention, because a lot of folks that stumble into your path, right, that you have no idea could be the next person to actually make a significant change on your strategy and your way. And so I think those are the 2 most important things. Don't be afraid of failure. Network with intention, right? And know that that your spirit or your higher beings are leading the way. Those things will make you be let you be more entrepreneurial.
Thank you so much, Carl. I wouldn't have given I don't know, maybe like you gave such an amazing advices in plural. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. It was really fun to have you over, and we said some interesting things, and I'm looking forward for Javolin to be present here in Morocco once and for all.
Inshallah.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Okay. Be blessed.